Welcome back. Larry Chester set his alarm. We saw him do that through the window. And I kind of want to know what he set it to.
It's a clock. An alarm clock. I can't. It's in there, and I'm out here. I wonder what time he set on that clock.
That's what I was saying. But we can't seem to get in through the window.
It's a clock. An alarm.
No, it's not. That's not what I clicked on at all.
That's what Larry was messing with. It's an alarm clock. I could break in, but something tells me he'd know who did it.
Probably. Can we just open the window? I guess not.
It's not gonna be that easy.
There is a hole in the window.
That's what I call the lived-in look. Yeah, I could stick my finger in there if I wasn't picky about scarred tissue. There is a hole in the window, but it's not a very big one.
What we need is something we can fit through that hole and is long enough to reach the alarm clock, so we can maybe turn it around and see what it says. Do we have anything that would work that way? I'm the dagger. I doubt that's long enough.
I can't stick that in there.
Yeah, that's what she said. How about the shovel?
I can't stick that in there.
Okay. How about the coat hanger? If we bend it out of shape, it should do nicely. How were you keeping that in there?
Now, if I can just press the alarm button. 2 a.m. Got it.
So what is Larry Chester planning to do at 2 a.m.? And let's hope he doesn't find that. And apparently that triggered some event based on the clock sounds and stuff. Let's see if we can find out what it is. But we'll have to leave here. And go back to the hotel to find out what it is. I wonder if... Wait a second, there's one other person who's kind of conspicuously absent the whole time, is Emilio.
Oh, Mr. Bowser, I'm so sorry. What a klutz I am.
It is quite all right. I was not paying attention.
Oh, no, it's my fault entirely. I was worrying about something else and not watching at all.
And Lady Howard, is she recovering?
Yes, she's resting quietly. Thank you.
I am very glad to hear that. Good day, Miss Stiles.
Good day, Mr. Bowser.
I wonder where Estelle's going. Can we follow her? She seems to be leaving on her own. Well, I guess we'll deal with that later. For now, I want to stick with the hotel for a bit. wonder what he had in that newspaper. It looked like he had some kind of folder or something in there.
He sure seemed nervous about that run-in with Estelle. Well, then again, she is a little scary.
I guess so.
I don't have anything else to say to him.
Although I'd say it's more Lady Howard that's scary than Estelle. Estelle doesn't seem so bad.
It's Jean, the receptionist.
And we actually want to ask him something. Which you can tell by the question mark. We have to ask him by for a wake-up call at 2 a.m.
Say, Jean, do you guys do wake-up calls? Maybe you could have Simone buzz the room for me about 2 a.m.?
Certainement.
You won't let me down now, will ya?
Oh, most assuredly, monsieur. I forget nothing.
Sure. Okay. Let's head up to our room. At the very least, we have some stuff to scan into Sydney.
I know it's difficult, but come back from the light, Gracie. Come back, come back.
All right. I was almost done anyway.
So what's it?
Hey, kids.
God.
What? You guys weren't about to discuss the case, were you?
Oh, go on, Grace. Tell us about the book.
Okay, check this out. Talk about wild. It ties together Freemasonry, the Templars, this group called the Priory of Sion, and like this bizarro theory about the Holy Grail. Well, what do you want to hear about first?
Okay, I guess we'll start with the Freemasons.
What's this got to do with the Templars and the Freemasons?
Okay, according to the book, the Templars were the founders of Scottish Rite Freemasonry, and when they were persecuted, some of them fled to Scotland and changed their name.
What's that got to do with Rennes-le-Château?
Only that whatever is going on here, the Freemasons are obviously still involved. Some secret knowledge must have been passed down through the organization.
So, what's this Grail theory you mentioned?
Okay, now, the Grail. Are you ready for this?
Go on.
The Grail is supposed to be a vessel, right, like a cup, and it contains the blood of Jesus.
Yeah, go on.
The book suggests that the Grail is an allegory for an esoteric secret, a secret so heretical that it had to go underground throughout the Middle Ages. It was passed along as the legend of the Grail.
And that secret is?
That Jesus had descendants. The Grail itself is an allegory of the womb of Mary Magdalene. Okay. In other words, her womb, right, the cup, contained his blood, or rather bloodline. His heirs.
Get out of town.
Kinky.
That's rather out there.
Is anyone actually buying this stuff about Jesus having descendants?
Sounds pretty Looney Tunes to me.
Whether it's true or not is not the point. The point is these secret societies believe it, in a big way. Okay, look, Mary Magdalene came here, right, after the crucifixion?
That's what they say.
Okay, so she brings the kids, or maybe she's pregnant. Her descendants intermarry with local nobility and become the Merovingian dynasty.
The Merovingians are supposed to be descendants of Jesus?
Yes, and the Catholic Pope betrayed and murdered them, but some of their line survived.
You're losing me.
Sorry, Mose, I'm on a roll. Okay, so the Merovingian survivors hid in this region and had backers here. Well, it could explain why so many heretics kept cropping up in the Languedoc, like the Cathars and the Templars, and Rome kept trying to wipe them out to bury the secret of the bloodline.
Gee, those wacky popes, you just can't trust them.
Maybe it's those funny hats, all that weight up there on their head.
Fine. I'll shut up now.
Okay, I feel sorry for Grace. She's got all this nice stuff to talk about, and these two are just not taking her seriously.
What's this got to do with the Templars and the Freemasons and Priory of Sion again?
They're all supporters of the bloodline, dedicated to getting the bloodline back on the throne. The Templars were probably founded to find proof of the Bloodlines' genealogy. That's why they were excavating under the Temple of Solomon. And the Crusades would have been the perfect cover.
Proof? Like what? A 2,000-year-old birth certificate with the father listed as the son of God?
Jesus was of the royal house of David, and if he had children, it would have been in the temple records.
If the Priory and the Templars were both supporters of the Bloodline, then how come they split up?
I don't know. Maybe they had a falling out.
Like Martin Luther and the Catholics.
Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel.
The professor and Mr. Howell.
Don't start.
That sounds like a thing they do. Regularly.
I'm not sure I want to know, but who or what is the Priory?
The Priory of Sion is an offshoot of the Templars. See, they split off before the Templar persecution, way back in 1188. The Priory returned to France from the Holy Land and set up a bunch of monasteries here.
What's that got to do with now?
Well, the Priory still exists, and they seem to have some kind of major agenda going on with Rennes-le-Château.
So what's the Priory's agenda in Rennes-le-Château?
I'm not sure exactly. But whatever it is, it probably has something to do with the bloodline.
Here's a random thought. That whole argument between Prince James's men and the Abbé, if the men were Freemasons, could the Abbé be Priory?
Maybe. But I was thinking that Montreux might be Priory.
Montreux?
Yeah, he's the owner of the local winery, Chateau de Serres. There was just something weird about that place.
I'll have to check it out.
Besides, if the Priory and the Freemasons are both supporters of the Bloodline, why would they be ripping each other's throats out?
I don't think they're that friendly, Mose. They may have started out in bed together, but that doesn't mean they always agree.
Oh, kind of like the U.S. and England.
Reagan and Bush.
Hardcastle and McCormick.
Siegfried and Roy.
All right already.
Okay.
How does this relate to the treasure?
The authors think Saunier found the Templar treasure all right, but it wasn't gold. It was ancient genealogy charts from the Temple of Solomon, which Saunier then used to, get this, blackmail the Catholic Church. Or maybe he sold the documents to people like the Priory or the Masons.
Well, it's a theory. Was there anything else I should know about the book?
Oh, maybe just one small thing. Listen. Many of the prominent families in Europe today claim Merovingian descent, including the Habsburg-Lorraines, Wittelsbachs, Plantards, and Montesquieux in France, the Sinclair family in Britain, and the Stuarts of Scotland.
The Stuarts? Prince James is a bloodline descendant?
Holy genealogies, Batman.
Whoa, it does kind of change the whole picture, doesn't it?
I really need to go.
You catching a train?
No, I just,
I still want to read a bit more. So let's meet back here at 5, shall we?
Sure. See ya.
I wonder where he's off to.
There's something up with him.
Go figure.
Okay, interesting stuff, that's for sure.
Now it's just Gracie.
And Mosley left his bottle behind.
Mosley left his pop bottle. Syrup water and Mosley's saliva. Oh, yum. I'm really not interested in the backwash of the Mosemeister.
I wonder. I guess we can search it for prints. Because Mosley has been acting a bit suspiciously, so who knows if we'll need it. There we go. One print.
What the hell are you doing?
Playing harmonica.
Okay, stupid question. Why are you taking Mosley's prints?
The guy is about as innocent as a French dance troupe. I don't know what he's guilty of, but he's guilty of something.
He's not on Sydney's suspect list.
Well, gee, guess he can't be a suspect then, can he?
Meaning that you can't scan that print in. Leave it on the desk and I'll add him in later.
Okay, and speaking of prints, Bukele and Wilkes were drinking in the lobby earlier. And I think their glasses were still there when we last saw that area. But then we couldn't do anything with it because Emilio was sitting there, but now he is not. So let's see if we can get prints of these glasses.
Buccelli and Wilkes were sitting there.
I don't think we have a print for Wilkes yet, or Bukele.
Got it.
And, oh.
This print doesn't look anything like the one I got off Buccelli's suitcase. It must be Wilkes's glass. I'll mark it.
Alright, we did get Bukele's print. And now we have Wilkes too. Well, we already got Bukele's print, but why not try? See if we can get another.
Got it. That's Buccelli's print. It matches the one I already have. I don't need it again.
I guess that means that if you did not get the print from his room, you can still get it this way, which is always a nice thing if a game gives you multiple ways to acquire something. Alright, let's go scan some of this stuff into Sydney. Except for Mosley's print, of course, because like Grace said, he is not yet on the suspect list, and Gabriel apparently can't add any suspects. Let's see, we got the base print as well yesterday, but we did not, or yesterday, earlier this day actually. But we did not have a chance to scan it yet, so let's do so now. And Wilkes' print. And of course the tape we got from Bukele's phone call.
Yeah, it's a tape of Buccelli talking on the phone. In Italian.
Italian? Is that something different than Italian?
I wonder if I could get this translated.
That's what Sydney's for. Let's see. We need to open the file for Bukele tape. From Italian to English. There we go.
Interesting conversation.
Let's see what he said. The Bureau of External Affairs, please. Father Grena, this is Father Bukele. How are you? Good, good. Yes, I'm still here. Something extraordinary has happened. There have been murders. 2 men. I saw them myself this morning. I have no idea. Well, it must be important. They didn't look like locals. I couldn't say. White. European, probably. Their throats were cut, but as I'm remembering, there was no blood at all. I don't believe so, but yes, I'll try to learn more. So far, this is the first sign of activity. Yes, and also with you. Goodbye, Father Grena. Well, not an awful lot in there. I guess he was calling the Vatican. Of course, we also want to link the prince. We already got Kelly's prince. I actually mean Wilkes. And the other one we got was the Abbé. There we go. Of course, Grace also got Prince for Montreux, but she hasn't scanned that yet, so we can't link that. And Arne belongs to the Order, which possibly Priory of Sion. We don't know that yet, but it could be. And we'll continue in the next video.